they've been aiming weapons. Have I spoken to you before?
What's your name?
It's Miss Jones, Kathy with a K. You know,
Okay, Miss Jones.
I'm sitting here. Um, I worked 50 years in this country, going through the back door, drinking from different water fountains, living my life. My will was stenography, court reporting. Um, I had my own business, uh, ra- raising my own child, single parent, only to, and paying seizure taxes, you know, 50 years, and only to end up serving this country 4.5, 6 months National Guard, only to have this country and the police, you know, come against me, target me. And I'm really saddened about that because, we live our lives in this country and we abide by the rules that the government, you know, wants us to, and the state wants us to abide by. And now I am being forced, to bear arms just to defend myself. And that's really sad of a country that I served and that I grew up in, after working 50 years and trying to retire like everyone else. I'm finding myself having to defend myself from the very same country that I serve. And I've never had any intentions of harming myself. I don't have any intentions now, although they're burning my foot with ray guns that the Department of Defense oversees. You know, the past 6 years, I've been trying to stop the criminal activity, but everybody works together. So that's why it's still going on 6 years. And, the targeting, the stalking from one city to another, the harassments, the tampering with not even my vehicle. This is my sister's vehicle. I stopped driving in 2009 when they tampered with my vehicle and tried to blow me up in my car. So I stopped buying cars and they tampered with my license as well. Knowing I'm self employed, I had my own cleaning business
Yeah.
16 to 17 years, And then I have America in the police, hometown. I had to forgive them for drugging my son and falsely accusing him and all of this other stuff as a single mom who was always in my son's school, you know, raising him the right way, only to have, them screw him up, putting drugs in him. And I have evidence didn't have drugs in my care, but in their care, all these
Yeah.
chemicals and stuff. You know, I've forgiven you for that, and you're still messing with me 32 years. When is enough enough, America? You can't keep hiding or trying to destroy people's lives, covering up a lie forever. And whatever God is doing, you have no control. I have no control. Why are you making my life miserable? Because you can't accept things. It's not right. They just tampered with my sister's car last night, messing with the idle. They've been kind of shutting it off the last 3 months when I'm driving, you know, cutting the car off while I'm driving, trying to make me have a wreck or something. It's just ridiculous what they do to people to keep a lie that they're not going to be able to keep no way. When God is in the situation, I'm posting
Okay. So
evidence.
what do you plan to do today to kind of get your mind off of what's going on and help you cope?
Well, I do the same thing I've been doing the past 6 years, just, trying to stop the criminal activity to keep me from going out bearing arms because I do have my certificate of weapons. I could I could have got a weapon in 2018 when they burnt both of my feet in 2019. You know, the burning of my body, the burning, I'm a healthy person. I'm not on any medicine. I don't take any medicine for my age and 67, almost 68. I had to take care of my sister for a couple of years who suffered a stroke. They started burning her leg. She paralyzed on her left side. That's really low that you would aim a ray gun or a laser on my sister's leg and she can't move. So I went ahead and put her in a nursing home. When the lease was over, of course, I always have problems with that because they always go to my landlords or managers, try to prevent me from renewing the lease, especially here in my hometown since they started it back in the 90s. But they actually found out about me in 91. They're just withholding information from you guys and trying to take me out, the past 32 years. I'm not a liar. I don't believe in lying. And if we had a number, if I had a number when people are out trying to take my life, I would call that number instead of having calling you, but we don't have that luxury when the government's involved, the CIA. I've done my homework. I do my research.
Okay.
I have a
So
degree.
right now, you're
Right
doing what
now,
you're used to.
they were hitting me with the weapon, started hitting me with the weapon. I just woke up, just brushed my teeth. I park out now because they were really torturing me in my places that I was leasing. And I didn't, I'm tired of paying for places and I can't live comfortable. So I just say, y'all can torture me on the street. So I park out, I called it, instead of camp out, in my hometown in the neighborhood that I grew up in. But they keep, playing games. They just hit me again. They keep playing games and, they got a bunch of
Well,
hitmen. I'm always being
what I
hit
would
with
encourage you to
weapons.
do, Miss Jones,
Hmm,
is to focus on your coping skills,
I do.
utilize that, and try to make the best out of the situation at this time. I know, like you said, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how I can assist you at this current moment, but if you at least utilize your coping skills that you find
That I'm
effective, that's
using.
not harmful to
Yeah,
you
I
or
use them.
harmful to anyone else, you could utilize that, and that'll be a way to help you have a distraction for the
Yeah,
day.
I do a
So,
lot of things, ma'am, over the past 6 years. Can you imagine? I've gone through all the people that you guys have sent me, and no one seems to help. It's only when they're going to stop aiming the weapons. You know, I don't mind the following me,
exactly.
but when you're aiming weapons, that's a whole different thing, and you're causing me bodily injury, especially to my feet, which deprives me
Hmm.
from, moving
Do you feel
around.
like you need some medical attention at this time?
Well, that's another thing. When I call for medical attention, especially in my hometown, since they did all the injustice against my son, I have a hard time here, with the police and all, who I'm pretty sure are sending these people. I found out, I don't speak anything if I don't have facts, but like I had to call the medic last week. And you know who they sent over here? They sent the fire department after my foot are so swollen, my foot, and burnt. I couldn't even walk. So I called for a medic, and they sent a medic over here with no um, first aid kit, nothing on their truck. So what's up with that? I don't have time for these
I have no
games.
idea.
Because I
But
don't.
do you think that you need one today, though?
No, no, I went and got, they got off my foot. I ended up talking to the VA policeman that was on duty that night as well. or that morning, because they were hitting me with the weapons that morning. And I just stayed on the line at VA in Dallas here, and the the VA officer on duty, I spoke to him about it. And when I woke up, they had released my foot from that direct energy weapon that they had attached, which
Okay.
burns my
Well,
feet.
let's focus
And
on
let me tell
today
you,
your coping skills that
yeah,
are going to be helpful to you. You utilize that,
yeah,
and I hope that you have an amazing day once
I
you
I
focus
don't have
on
an
your coping skills.
I don't
Okay.
have an amazing
So
day,
I'm gonna
ma'am.
let you. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
this
I was
is
gonna
let me
say that I want
finish.
you to
Yeah,
have
just
a
let
good
me
day.
finish. Let me finish.
Sure.
You know, I know y'all wish me a a happy day, but you know, I'm being hit with weapons 24/7, and it's hard for people to have a blessed day when you're being targeted and hit with weapons and you don't even see the weapons. So you know, ray guns and stuff, lasers, and so you don't even see the weapon when it's coming. So, you know, I know y'all wish me to have a blessed day, but in actuality, you know, I never have a blessed day as long as people hitting me with weapons, burning my feet. But I thank you for that anyway. And, you know, whether you guys figure out that y'all help me or not, after all that, you know, the years that I've been having to call you, you guys, you help me in a way coping with this. Is when I call you, sometimes they will release the weapons off of me. So by calling you helps me because they're on my phones, you know. They watch everything I do. So calling you sometimes release the weapons, you know, whether y'all think it
So you
helps or not.
utilize us
But
as
it,
a coping
yeah, I
skill.
utilize you as to help get them to remove the weapon, you know, and it keeps me
Okay.
from having to call 911, you know, about my burnt feet. I was able to barely walk in Family Dollar and get the burn medicine I need because it's not the first time that they've done this. So I know what I need, ibuprofen for the pain and burn medicine. So that's why I say this is
Okay.
about the fourth time or fifth time that they have, you know, burnt my feet like this. And when they stop, you know, I'm back to normal. God usually heals them because I'm a child of God. I don't take medicine. I don't, you know, I'm a healthy person. I don't drink. I can't be drunk in the spirit and be drunk, you know, with strong drink because I'm a godly person.
Okay.
And that's why
Okay.
they're
Well, I'm
attacking
very
me.
glad that
But
we've been helpful to you. And so
yeah, I
once
have to
again,
call you. I hate to call you
continue to
really.
utilize your coping skills. But I wanna let someone else get through to the line.
Yeah, let's
And
do
now
that.
that you know
And
what
thank
you need
you.
to do with your coping skills, I would just encourage you to continue to do that.
I
Okay.
will. And
So
thank you
once
so
again,
much.
you're
And go
welcome.
ahead
Have a
and get
wonderful.
to somebody that really, you know, not being attacked the way I am. They're wanting to commit suicide, but just tell them God is up to something to look up, okay? Because that's what
Okay.
I'm for, okay? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Uh
Have a
huh.
wonderful day.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye. They keep saying have a wonderful day, but how can I have a wonderful day when these people look? They're messing with the idol on my sister's car, messing with the idol. See, there was nothing wrong with her car yesterday. Absolutely nothing. But this morning when I woke up, this is what I got. They cut it off, okay, when I cranked it up. After I cranked it up, this is what I got. So they're messing with the idle. It idled itself out one time. I fell back asleep and I woke back up, recut it on. I cut the heat on and it idled itself back up to the number one. So in actuality, what they're doing to cut my car off is tampering with the idle on the car. Cause my car, this car, there was nothing wrong with this car yesterday. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I think I may have driven it twice. Drove just fine. But they tamper with it. Like I say, they've been cutting the car off. And this is how I know they're tampering with the idle, because this is how it sounds when they're cutting the car off. Okay? This is how it sounds when they're tampering with the idle on the car. Because it adjusted itself when I cut the heat on. Went back up to number one. Earlier. Road just, it ran just as smooth. So when I finished cutting this off, and I cut it off, when I cut it back on, it started doing this again. That's why I know you're tampering with the car. You're tampering. I know you're tampering with her idle. I know you're tampering with the idle on this fucking car, and that's how you're cutting it off. I know you're fucking with it, devil. You either sent somebody to fuck with it, or you fucking with it. I don't go to sleep in the car running fine and wake up and it's running like shit. So whoever you paid, I hope you paid them good. Because the same shit they did to me will happen to them even worse. So they're fucking with my sister's car. But you know, that's why I stopped buying cars. Because in 2009, when they tried to blow me up in my goddamn car, I stopped fucking buying cars. And I said, God, you'll have to get me around. And since 2009, God has gotten me around. I ain't had to really I ain't really took no buses and trains and shit. I didn't need to. So they either use this man right here to fuck with it, because he's been having an attitude against me for no reason, or they fucking with it. Because you don't go to bed one and the car running fine, and the next morning wake up, it's all fucked up. So, one of the two. Because first of all, why would you start a problem with me when I ain't done shit to you but help your ass? You know what I mean? Why would he start a problem with me? A broke ass nigga, you know, you can pay a broke ass nigga some money to fuck with your shit. Fuck with somebody's shit. Especially when your ass ain't working. So, right now I don't trust neither one of them. I know they'll shut the car off, because they've done it before. And the way that they're probably doing it is messing with the idle. How they're shutting this motherfucker off, I have no idea. But they've done it several times, and the car ran fine after they stopped fucking with it. So they fucking with the idle on it, I'm pretty sure. Or they got him to fuck with something underneath. So I'm waiting on my brother to see if he'll come and look at it. If he'll come look at it, I may have to hire somebody else. But somebody's fucking with the idle. Because like I said, I fell asleep. This all started about 3 o'clock this morning when I woke up. 2:30 or 3. These motherfuckers was quiet out here. Couldn't hear a sound. You hear them now, okay? So they use a lot of devil birds too, hovering over this car, and every time they use all them damn devil birds, seem like this car runs fucked up. They're shutting it off. They're using the devil birds to use black magic, or they use homeboy to fuck with it while I was asleep last night. So they fucking with it again. So I'm just gonna get my brother to come look at the idol, cause that's what's fucking up. The idol on it. It's not idling at at the one mark like it should be. So the idol is messed up, and he did put some plugs in here. He could have fucked it up, cause my brother is also a op against me. He's also an op, my brother. He's an op too. But I'm used to the popos sending motherfuckers to fuck with my cars. Like I said, that's why I don't buy them anymore. That's why I don't buy them anymore. I get chauffeurs. But some motherfucker fuck with it. Trust me on that. They think I'm crazy, but I ain't crazy. Why I don't have his... Oh, there it is. And I have to hunt him down. He might have an attitude because he telling these firemen ain't nothing wrong, and my foot is swollen as hell and burnt as hell. Hey. Please leave your message for he probably won't even answer. He might be at work though. 64936. Hey brother, I need you to come look at this idle on this car. It's not idling right for some reason. That's what I'm looking at. So when you get a chance, can you please come look at the idle on this car? How you doing, Mr. Cap? I'm good. I'm down to a few. Damn, I get tired of them bumming. To replay your message, get a job. Press 1. To continue recording, to mark urgent, press 1. To mark message. I ain't gonna keep calling you. If homeboy come through here, I'll get him to look at it in that truck. I went down on Anchor fucking with my car. I really did. But like I said, I believe it's them fucking with the idol on it, because that's how they... I'm just by watching it this morning and what it did, that's why I say they're messing with the idol. I drove it around a couple of blocks and it was still knocking, and it shouldn't be doing that at all. Shouldn't be doing that at all. This morning when I cranked it up a couple of times, I had no problems cranking this car up, and it's cranked without me putting my foot on the gas. And I got gas. It cranked without me putting my foot on the gas. And I woke up, cut the car off, woke up again a couple hours later, because I had went to sleep early. Woke up again and couldn't hardly crank it. No, it cranked. Then they shut it off. And when they shut it off, this is how it sounded, cranking it back up. This is how it sounded after they cut it off. After I had cranked it again, they cut it off. I know they're cutting it off. Because when I cut my heat on, it went up to the idle. They made it idle back up to the 1 mark. And then it stayed like that for a long time till I cut it off. Didn't have no problems. You hear how this car sound this morning, don't you? Homeboy. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. I wanted to record that DOZ out.